Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Today in Quarantine. It is Wednesday, May 6th, and today is episode 48. Now, 48 is a special number. I believe it's one of the most special numbers that exists, and here's why. 48 is divisible by 1, 2, 3, 4, not 5, 6, not 7, 8, not 9, not 10, not 11, and 12. So that's 7 out of the first 12 multiples. So you have your 12 times table, 48 appears in 7 of them. Also, it appears in trying to think here. Oh, and 24 as well. So 24 is really the other one, but 30 is a great number as well. Yeah, anyway, that's enough about math facts and random things like that. How are you all doing today? Let me know in the chat over there. Today it's a better day than yesterday. Thank you to Pastor Gua for hosting yesterday. I was in a meeting, and I thought we were going to kind of continue with the discussion that we were having, and then at about 4:05, we ended the meeting. So it's kind of like, but she came in a pinch and helped me out with that meeting. So I really appreciate that. Yesterday was an okay day. You know, some days are better than other days. But today is a better day. The weather is interesting. It's kind of windy today, which was all made more evident by the first time, I believe, this year that they tested the tornado siren here. Every Wednesday at 10 o'clock, the city of Lincoln, and maybe it's just the entire state of Nebraska, maybe it's the whole Midwest, I don't know, but they test the first Wednesday of the month. That's what it is. They test the tornado siren system. And so if you live in the area, you should be able to hear the siren. And I'm not sure what would happen if we had a tornado, an actual tornado on the first Wednesday of the month at 10 o'clock. But maybe the chances are just so slim. I don't know. Maybe they decided that tornadoes happen later on in the day, and so it probably wouldn't happen at 10 o'clock. Maybe they decided that tornadoes don't like Wednesdays or the first Wednesday. I don't know. It's an interesting thing out here in the Midwest. Just one of the things that you have to get used to when you're living out here. But today in quarantine, we're doing a lot of responding to sense, a lot of, there's just so much to respond to. I think I've said it on the show before, but in a normal classroom setting as a music teacher, I'm constantly responding in these tiny ways, like, hey, check that you're playing an F sharp, hey, check that you're playing a B flat. And so you're constantly checking for those things. But when you're doing this online, there's no real immediate feedback. It's all like, oh, you send me your thing, I'll send you some feedback. And you don't want to come down hard on them, because then they'll just kind of give up. But you also want to give them good feedback. So that was kind of all of today. We're just sitting and typing and saying, hey, here's the feedback, blah, 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 blah. So that was a lot of today. I also finally sifted through some of my students' submissions for their this video that I'm planning to make. We'll see how it goes. It sounded rough, but I think it's salvageable. We'll see how it goes. And yeah, it's going to be an interesting end of the school year for sure. We are wrapping up in 2 weeks from tomorrow, so May 21st, and it's coming so quickly. It's just so rapidly approaching. So it's a little bit scary, but it's good to know that the end is near at some point. At least of this. It also yesterday hit me like a ton of bricks that whatever I had planned for this summer is not going to happen. Or not going to happen in the way that I thought it was going to happen. For one thing, my plan was for the summer was school gets out May 21st. Last day for teachers is May 22nd. And then I'd have about a week off. And then I was going to go to camp and stay at camp for basically the whole summer. However, that is not going to happen. So, we're still figuring out what camp is going to look like us in the Illinois conference this summer. So we're checking that out. But it's definitely not going to be a normal summer. So I was like, what do I do? I don't have to be at school until March. Why am I saying March? I don't have to be at school until the 2nd or 3rd of August. So that just kind of frees up my whole summer. What do you think I should do this summer? I've got my garden to do. I've got a bunch of other things to do. What else could I do? Let me know in the chat. My mom says the Connecticut governor announced yesterday that schools will not reopen for this year. It's official. Yeah, I don't know if there's any school in the country or any district in the country that's going to be reopening this year. It just seems so unlikely. So very unlikely. My mom says I should visit my parents. I should visit my parents, but I'm going to wait the travel thing until everything calms down just a little bit more, until I travel out there. Learn trumpet. I have been playing a lot of trumpet this year because it's very easy to pick up the trumpet to and play along with my students and whatever they're doing. So I'm getting pretty good. I can actually consistently hit like a high E that's still on the staff, so it's not like super high E, but I'm getting there. Charmaine says, learn the harp. Well, Charmaine, I don't have a harp, so maybe I'll do a Kleenex box and some rubber bands, and we'll call that a harp. We'll see. But actually, learn trumpet is doing like that, not like double F. Oh, double F, that super high F in that one song that we were playing. I was actually looking today back at some memories of jazz band back when Union College had a jazz band, RIP jazz band. And we weren't too bad. We were kind of shabby. Yeah, you're all right. Ragtag group of Mason and the Mason Jars, or the Jazz Busters, or whatever you wanted to call us at that point. We were pretty all right. Yes to guitar. Oh, I need to save up some money to buy a guitar. My guitar is falling apart slowly but surely because Joanne dropped it. So Joanne, if you're watching this, you owe me a guitar. It was actually falling apart before that. Yeah, so I mean, the summer is definitely going to be an interesting one. I've thought about doing something like Instacarts or DoorDash or something like that, just to keep busy. Because I don't know, like, yes, I could stay in the house and that'd be great, but it's just, yeah, interesting. Charmaine said you should pick one instrument and learn a song really, really well. So it's like, wow, you're really good, but it's just that one song. That's the story of my life. Like, I can play Hot Cross Buns super well on the flute. Can I play anything else on the flute? No. Yeah, but anyway. Yeah. So, what are you doing this summer? What are your plans? I know a lot of things are canceled, so what are you going to be doing? What are you going to be up to? Is it just going to be more projects around the house? That's probably honestly what it's going to be for me. So yeah, it'll be an interesting time. An interesting time to be alive. Sherman says you and Andrew should visit me this summer. Like I said, if I'm not going to travel to the East Coast to see my parents, I'm probably not going to go to Africa or Kenya. Sorry. Summer classes online, clean up the yard. Yeah, maybe I'll take a summer class. Maybe I'll start my master's. That's scary. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, man, there was something else I was going to talk about today or yesterday, and it's out of my mind. Oh, today I made some mashed potatoes. That was fantastic. They're very, very fantastic. Great mashed potatoes. Potentially the best mashed potatoes I've made in my life. Life hack for mashed potatoes: leave the skin on for some extra fiber. So, yes, that'll be amazing. Yeah, Andrew, I'm with you on the master's thing. I don't know. I don't know what I want to. Here's the problem about my master's. I don't know what I want to do my master's in, and so like people are like, just do the what's it called, administration or curriculum instruction. No, I don't want to do that. I want to do something that I want to do, like music education related or conducting or something like that. So I want to be careful about that. Which is definitely a it's definitely something on my mind now as I'm switching jobs as well. So yeah. All right. Well, like I said, the weather report, it's kind of windy out here. It's cold as well. I haven't been outside yet because I've just been working on some stuff in here all day, but it's been a cold day. It's been kind of breezy. Conducting, go for it, then do music education or conducting. That solves everything. Get all the masters. Look, I'd love to get all the masters. Except, like, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Who knows? I just want to figure out what I want to do before I, dive into more debt. You understand? You understand what I'm saying? It's all right. Okay, it's time for some dad jokes. You guessed it. It's time as people together to laugh about some things that we assume that dads would say. Now, it is scientifically proven that dads do say these things. However, not all dads say all these things. Understand? I'm glad you understand. Glad you get it. Alrighty. Oh, did you guys hear about these like murder hornets that are coming out? Have you heard about these and anything? Yeah, there's this huge hornet that's flying around the earth and has made its way to the United States, and it's ready to kill us all or something like that. Every day sounds more and more like some terrible science fiction movie. So I'm really not sure what to believe. But who decided that they should be called murder hornets? And why not buzzkill? Thank you. Ah, boy. A small meteorite is actually reported. Then one more thing: a small meteorite is actually reported to hit Legoland, and the damage is supposed to be about 50 square blocks. What's the difference between sanitizer and moisturizer? One will burn your eyes, the other will moisturize. Thank you. It's okay. Thank you. Appreciate it. Oh man. What the other day? Oh, so today when I was making the mashed potatoes, I was boiling the potatoes. I chopped them up, boiled them, and then I threw them into a colander. But after I took them out, I was just so frustrated that I yelled into the colander, and my voice was strained. Ah, boy. Hey, Frank, thanks for watching. I see you on there. Let's see, and speaking of things that, I've been doing, like I said on this show, I am planting a garden. And the other day when I went to go buy seeds, I saw that they had bird seed there, but I'm just wondering what kind of birds that they're going to grow into. Thank you, thank you. I'm here every day, folks. You can come right on back to hear some great jokes, some great dad jokes. We are pleased to bring you those jokes. I am pleased to bring you those jokes on a daily basis. And thank you to the subreddit Dad Jokes for helping me out with these jokes, you know. All right, well, that's all for now, folks. Thank you. You know what, Andrew? He says, where are the great jokes? And I just want to let you know that one day you may be a dad and you will remember these jokes and you'll say, hey, thanks, Renee, for these jokes. Remember this, mark my words. Well, I wonder if my Google Home will tell me a dad joke. So maybe just turn off your sound for a second there, Andrew. I'll give you a second. All right. Hey, Google, tell me a dad joke.
What did one shark say to the other while eating a clownfish? This tastes funny.
If you didn't hear that, it said, what did one shark say to the other shark while eating a clownfish? It said, it tastes funny. All right. Well, thank you guys for coming in today and watching Today in Quarantine. We'll see you tomorrow for another episode. We'll see you tomorrow in quarantine for another episode. Have a good one, everybody.